At night, your brain does something strange. The world looks the same, but at night, it feels like a different planet. That feeling is ancient, older than cities, older than electricity. For ancient humans, night was not peaceful, it was dangerous. At night, vision got weaker and imagination got stronger. A single sound in the dark could stop the whole group. Every shadow could hide something alive. That's why humans stayed close together after sunset. Then being alone at night could mean death, and your brain still remembers that ancient fear never fully disappeared. It just changed its shape. Today the predators are gone, but your brain still scans the darkness. That's why small sounds feel louder at night. In the daytime, your attention is busy surviving the outside world, but at night, the outside world goes silent and it wakes up. That is why overthinking feels stronger after sunset. At night, your mind has fewer distractions, so it becomes louder. That's not weakness. It's what the human brain was designed to do. Darkness once helped humans survive by forcing them to stay alert. So, to understand the human night mind, we have to go back to the very beginning. Before houses, before clocks, before phones, night belonged to the unknown. There was only fire, the sky, and the sounds coming from the dark, and the fire was not just light, it was safety. It pushed the darkness back just enough for humans to breathe inside that circle. Stories were born before books. Humans used the night to remember. They remembered where danger lived, where food moved, and who survived. So night became the first classroom, the first cinema, and the first therapy. Because in the dark, humans did not just fear, they connected, and that may be why loneliness feels heavier at night. Modern night is safer, but your brain still treats it like a signal. The silence gives every thought more space to grow, and the darker the room feels, the louder the mind becomes. This is why one small memory can suddenly feel huge. At night during the day, you can escape into noise, movement, and people, but at night, there is nowhere to hide from yourself. That is why night can make ordinary feelings feel deeper. Your sadness feels heavier, your dreams feel closer, and your fears feel more real. Not because night creates these feelings, but because night removes the distractions hiding them. And once the world becomes quiet, your inner world finally gets the microphone. This is also why imagination becomes stronger at night. When your eyes see less, your brain starts filling in the missing pieces that helped ancient humans react before danger got too close. But today, the same system can turn a normal room into a mystery. A jacket becomes a stranger, a shadow becomes a story, and silence becomes a voice. This is why night has always been the birthplace of myths. People looked into darkness and gave it names, faces, and meanings, and maybe that is why your best ideas often come when the world is quiet. Night removes the noise and lets hidden thoughts rise to the surface. That is why night can feel scary, beautiful, lonely, and creative all at once. But night is not only about fear, it is also the doorway to sleep. Sleep was one of the most vulnerable things ancient humans ever did. You had to let go of control while danger was still out there. That may be why your brain still struggles to fully relax at night, even in a safe room. Your mind may keep one eye open, and when sleep does come, it opens another ancient world. Dreams may be the mind's oldest way of processing the day, but modern life has changed the night in one important way. For the first time, humans can stay awake long after darkness arrives, and that may be why so many modern minds never fully feel that night is over. Our ancestors had darkness, but we have screens, and screens tell the brain that night is not really night yet. The body waits for rest, but the mind keeps receiving signals. So instead of falling into sleep, we scroll deeper into wakefulness. This creates a strange, modern problem: tired bodies with awake brains. And when the brain stays awake too long, the night begins to feel endless, That is why modern darkness often feels less natural and more restless. The night outside is quiet, but the night inside us is still noisy, and maybe this is why we wake up tired, even after lying down for hours, because real rest is not just closing your eyes, it is convincing your brain that it is safe to let go. So the real question is not how do we escape the night? The real question is how do we make the brain feel safe inside it? For ancient humans, safety came from fire. And people, for us, safety can come from rhythm, routine, and small signals of calm. A dim light tells the brain the day is ending. A quiet room tells the nervous system nothing is hunting you and putting the screen away, tells the mind it can finally stop scanning. You are not weak for feeling different at night. You are carrying a nervous system built by thousands of nights before you. And maybe the goal is not to fight the night, but to make peace with it. When you understand the night, you stop blaming yourself for what you feel inside it. Your fear, your overthinking, and your loneliness are not random. They are old survival signals trying to protect you. In a world that has changed, the problem is not that your brain is broken. The problem is that it never learned the difference between ancient darkness and modern silence. So every calm night becomes a chance to teach your brain a new meaning. A quiet room can become a signal of peace. Instead of danger, a dark window can become a reminder that the world is resting too. And sleep can become an act of trust instead of a battle, because the night was never only darkness. It was also where humans learned to feel safe. So tonight, if your mind feels louder than usual, do not panic. Your brain is not trying to hurt you. It is trying to understand the dark. It is checking the silence, the shadows, and the feelings you ignored all day. And when you stop fighting it, the night becomes less heavy. A deep breath can become a small fire inside your nervous system. A quiet routine can, not because it removes the darkness, but because it teaches your brain what safety feels like. This is how the night slowly changes from enemy to teacher. It teaches you what you miss, what you fear, and what still needs care. That is why some nights feel sad, but also strangely honest, because when everything becomes quiet, you can finally hear yourself. And maybe that is the real reason night feels so different. It is not just darkness outside, it is awareness. Inside, it is the moment the world stops speaking and your mind starts telling the truth. And if you learn to listen gently, night can become a place of healing, a place where fear becomes understanding, loneliness becomes connection, and darkness becomes rest. So tonight, do not ask why the night feels different. Ask what the night is trying to show you